Have you ever paused right before taking a sip of wine and just wondered about the story behind it? Beyond the grape variety and the region, there's this whole deeper narrative about how it was made. Today, we're going to go on a journey to unpack what sustainable wine really means. Let's get into it.
So here's our roadmap. We'll start with the big picture of wine's impact, then we'll explore solutions in the vineyard, demystify terms like organic and biodynamic, look beyond the grapes to the winery itself, and finally, bring it all back to how your choices can make a real difference.
Okay, so let's kick things off with that familiar, happy moment, a glass of wine.
It seems like such a simple act, right? But it's actually the endpoint of a long, complex process that really makes you ask, what is truly behind the wine in your glass? It's a story about so much more than just grapes and fermentation. It's a story about land, water, energy, and people.
And that leads us to the why. Why should we even be talking about this? Well, because conventional wine production can have a hidden environmental cost. It's an impact that you're not going to find listed on the label. Let's start from the ground up, literally, the soil. The heavy use of synthetic fertilizers and pesticides in conventional farming can over time just degrade the soil, stripping it of the vital life that keeps it fertile and healthy.
And then there's water. Vineyards are thirsty, and in a lot of wine regions, intensive irrigation can put a huge strain on local water resources, contributing to shortages for both people and ecosystems.
This really sums up the chain reaction. Pesticides can run off into water supplies. Monoculture vineyards, just rows and rows of the same plant, reduce biodiversity. And then you have the potential health risks from chemical residues and, of course, the carbon footprint of the whole operation.
Okay, enough of the problems. Let's talk about the solutions. Sustainable viticulture is all about a fundamental shift in perspective, seeing the vineyard not as a factory, but as a living, breathing ecosystem.
So here's the crux of it. True sustainability stands on three interconnected pillars. It's not just about the environment. It's also about social fairness, making sure workers get fair wages and safe conditions, and economic viability, so the winery can actually thrive for generations to come.
Let's look at what this means in practice. Instead of synthetic chemicals, sustainable farming uses natural predators for pest control. Instead of bare, tilled earth, they use cover crops to protect and enrich the soil. And instead of flooding the fields, they use precision irrigation, giving the vines exactly what they need and nothing more.
This leads us to some of the specific certified approaches. You've probably heard the terms organic and biodynamic thrown around. Let's actually break down what they mean in the world of wine.
At its core, organic viticulture is about what you don't do. No synthetic pesticides, no chemical fertilizers. The whole focus is on building healthy, living soil, which in turn grows healthy, resilient vines. And, many would argue, grapes with more character and a truer expression of their terroir.
Now, biodynamics takes the principles of organic farming and adds a really unique, holistic philosophy. It sees the entire farm as one self-sustaining organism. This approach, pioneered by Rudolf Steiner, even incorporates cosmic influences, like the cycles of the moon, into its farming practices.
Here's a great side-by-side look. Both ban synthetic chemicals. That's the baseline. But while organic focuses on the earthly ecosystem, biodynamics adds this cosmic, holistic layer. This includes using special herbal and mineral preparations and timing activities like planting and harvesting to a lunar calendar. The key certifications to look for are seals like USDA Organic or, for biodynamics, the Demeter seal.
This idea of the vineyard as a living organism, integrated with the cosmos, really captures the essence of the biodynamic worldview. It's not just about growing grapes, it's about nurturing an entire system in harmony with the rhythms of nature and the universe.
But sustainability doesn't stop when the grapes leave the vine. A truly sustainable approach extends to everything that happens inside the winery and even to how the wine gets to you. Inside the winery, this means things like powering operations with solar panels, treating and reusing water, composting all the organic waste like grape skins and stems, and even designing the building itself to be energy efficient. And remember that social pillar? It means ensuring fair and safe working conditions for everyone involved.
And hey, think about the bottle itself. Glass is heavy, and shipping it creates a lot of emissions. So sustainable wineries are moving to lighter-weight glass bottles, increasing their use of recycled glass, and using eco-friendly packaging like recycled cardboard or even the bag-and-box format, which has a much smaller carbon footprint.
Which brings our whole journey right back to you. Because as a consumer, you hold the power to support this movement and to drive change in the industry. Your choice matters.
So how do you do that? First, look for those seals we mentioned. They're your guide to producers who are genuinely committed. Second, don't be afraid to ask. Whether you're at a winery or in a wine show, ask about their practices. And finally, share what you've learned. The more people who know what to look for, the bigger the impact we can all have.
So, the next time you pour a glass of wine, just take a moment. By choosing consciously, you're not just picking a drink, you're supporting a philosophy. You're becoming part of a story of respect for the planet and its people. So, what story will your next glass tell?